Alright, hello, hello, how's everybody doing? Gonna be kind of a split stream today as I probably play some stormworks this morning. I've got an appointment midday and then probably play some Ark later. So probably just gonna work on some builds. I want to start a new build here. I'll be working on a build for Alistair's challenge. Let's go ahead and I will bring up the rules for that. Cool challenge, so this will be good. Go challenge info. Alrighty, here we go. So let's take a look at Alistair's challenge. How's it going there, Zayden? How are you? Alright, so this is a build challenge, SRSC, small research ship challenge. Goal of the challenge, construct a small research vessel capable of venturing far offshore and conducting experiments, species documentation, general nautical research. Ship should be efficient on fuel and batteries so that you can venture far away from the reach of society while still being able to make it home safely. Ship requirements: must be equipped with a laboratory to conduct various experiments and research, must be able to sleep and accommodate a crew of 3, your chief engineer, helmsman, and scientist. Must be less than 208,000. Max dimension 90 blocks, 43 wide, no max height. Workshop page. Be great for a bunch of stuff on that. We won't go through that. I'll just do that later. No glitches, XML, cosmetic only. It has to be within the dimensions, no NSFWs, under 280 rather, needs a lab and must sleep everybody. There's all the grade and stuff, but pretty much it's going to be a research vessel. So what I think I'm going to do here is I want to, I'm not going to be using a research vessel likely beyond this. And so what I want to do is I want to utilize some of the stuff and build a ship that will then be able to be transformed easily into something else. So what often happens is they will take fishing vessels and turn them into research vessels, or take research vessels and make them so that they can do fisheries research. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a pot fisher from Damon. Let's go ahead and see why this is zoomed in again. All right, here we go. So here is the brochure from Damon for their Sea Fisher 2007 pot fisher. And so if I were to guess, I would say the next major update is fishing pots. It sounded, well, at least fishing pots. It sounded to me that Deltars was planning on adding multiple things. So for example, like we might get, let's say we get pot fishing and rod holders. Something along those lines. So that is a thought. So what I want to do here is make a pot fisher, which fishing pots is the type of fishing I most want to do anyway, so I'm hoping that's what's coming. This is a reasonable size. It kind of has a cool diesel-electric drive system, so that's kind of cool. That is, I'm kind of surprised they don't use it in ships more often because, one of the things is they have to tilt the engine and then have the drive shaft come down at an angle. You have to worry about seals so you don't get water into the ship, so now you can have a diesel that's flat, higher up on the ship, and then you can have an electric drive that's completely sealed, which is nice. So that's kind of cool. So that's what we'll be doing. So make this, and then it needs to be a research vessel with a lab. And so instead of dropping pots, what I'm going to be doing is dropping buoys. These buoys are going to take measurements of water temperature, pressure, depth, and then I probably put some sort of rudimentary fish finder. It'll be more like a fish counter to say how many fish are in the area and at what depths potentially. And so that way, later on, I can take this ship and convert it back into a pot fisher with, limited issue, because it's going to have to lift buoys off of the deck, put them overboard so that they can be set, same as with pots. So that works pretty well here. Let's see if I can go to the Damon site. Do I have the Damon site still? If I don't, let me bring that back up. The Damon site's not great. We'll see. Look at some of the pictures of this pot fisher. Quite often the Damon site needs to be refreshed. I think it could be a Chrome thing. But yeah, so I think this pot fisher is what we'll do. It's a good size. It's not huge. I've already got a lot of systems from when I made the last fishing boat. So here is what it would look like. So you see you have a high bridge, some quarters in here, stuff underneath. It's a pretty square hull, which is good for in-game. We have the area to drop the crab or whatever is being pot fished in there. And then we have a little upper deck here, a crane arm, and then a table to drop the pots off. So that should work pretty well. Not a huge interior space, but not too small either. So it should be a good balance there. What happened to my music here? Just ultra quiet? It is. Just ultra quiet. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of the plan on what we'll be doing here. So start looking at some of the dimensions and knocking it out. Pretty square hull, which is good for game. So let's head over there. At FJ here. At least probably be bouncing around. I have plenty of time for this, so you know, probably won't rush it too much. All right, so let's first lay out the. Let's look at. Oh, come on, dude. Look at the dimensions. Look at the dimensions. Where are you? 22.1 meters. All right, so we'll do 22.25 meters. So 22 on this. All right, there's 22.25 meters right there. All right, beam is 7 meters, so we'll do 7.25 meters. So what are we talking here? So 7 times 4, 28, 14 aside. So there is 7.25. All right, good. All right, so that is that's kind of the footprint rather of this. All right, so that is pretty good there. Let's see, where do I want to start with this? Do I start upper deck? Probably no. Mid deck. I'll do mid deck. All right, just kind of jumping back and forth between diagrams and everything else. So really very tall, flat bow. Looking at like 1x4s for that. Need to just quickly check something. All right. The music is driving me nuts. Why it's like. There we go. That's better. All right. Let me know if the music gets too loud. Barely hear it. Out. This song is just probably the problem. The song like goes up and down a lot. All right, there we go. So this is gonna be the standard deck on this. I'm gonna try to go back to when I was done before the music's pissed me off. All right. So let me look. So one thing I do is here. Let's bring it up. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna eyeball it. So the top deck we want 9. And then railing. So essentially, we're going to want 9 off of the top of this so that we can get a person in there. All right, there's 9. So that's the differential between the very top of the deck and the and where the main working deck is. So let's go ahead and I need to do some trimming. We'll trim the back, so that's fine. Alright, so let's see. The next height profile we have to worry about. It goes down for quite a while. Let's see if I can get a max height on this. Alright, what's the... I think what I'm going to do is put it in paint and measure it. What I think I'll do. I will put it in paint and measure it. How's it going there, Variante? How are you? Alright, so here we go. We've got the this is paint now. So we know it is going to be 22 meters long, so I'm just going to go ahead and reference that. Something bright color there. All right, so we are currently at, let's see, 150, 60, 70, 180. And it's going out to be about 1,090. Okay. So 910. So 910 pixels. So let's see. Play with these. Gotta move everything around here. Music's being annoying, so I gotta keep moving everything. All right. Let's see. So we got what, 910 pixels. Okay, what did I just do there? 910 pixels long. Wow. Really, I can't type for shit today. Alright, 910 pixels long. We'll convert that out to 22, so that's divided by 22. That's going to be 41.36 pixels per meter. 41.36 pixels per meter. Alright. Let's do a little bit of this calc here. Do I not have what's over here? Alright. So that is at 390. And that is at 6. So 210. Okay. So that's 390. What are you at right there? You are at 470. 470. Okay. That's 80. Alright, and then that is, what did I say? I freaking forgot already. Alright, let's see. What? I did the math wrong on that one? Yeah, I did. 390 to what? How the hell did I do the math wrong on that? I just pulled it funny. Looking like 460. $70, not 80. Okay. $70p, and then we need this one. So that would be 460. And then we need to find the bottom here. 460, and this is 6. Okay. 140. Alright, so the height from the top to the bottom is going to be 210 divided by 4136. 4136 is 5 meters tall. Alright. How's it going there, Glovies? How are you? It's 5 meters tall here, so let's go ahead and we'll get a measurement in. You just gotta 5-inch tall. Alright, so that's where we're going to. So I'm looking at... That's going to have to be the last one there, and then we want to go... Should be a little bit of floors in there. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there's the bow right there. Alright, so it's reasonably probably 2s for moving the bow around. So let's do some trimming here. Alright. So it's gonna be a pain in the ass here. I gotta do this. Probably, I'm thinking 2s for the angle. Just kind of watching the angle from where it is. That is not sharp enough. So let's go 1 to start with, and then we'll play with that from there. See for sure. Alright, good. So that's going to be the first part of the bow there, and then I think we'll start cutting it in after that. Did I not just click? Like literally click, 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 click. 3 clicks. Come on, man. Give it, give it, give it. I click too fast, and then it doesn't register because I'm clicking so fast, and then it, I find it frustrating. Alright. That's starting to shape up, and then we're going to run 1s off of this. At least for a little bit. Alright. So that's about exactly what the picture looks like for angle. So that looks really good for the angle. And then probably about somewhere in, oh, I don't know, where are we going here? Let's trim some. And then we're going to probably cut in there, start going to a smoother changeover. So let's get this cleaned up in here. Oh, thank you there, Glovies. Glad you do. I appreciate it. Yep, so just kind of an announcement too is the, yeah, making some videos on feature requests for stormworks. If you're interested, go ahead and like the videos. That helps the devs see what's popular and what's not. And also, there are links to the feature requests on the Geometra bug tracker feature requests. So go ahead and you know, make sure you're going in there as well and supporting that. This could be an angle problem. This is definitely going to be an angle problem here. I got to play with this. This is not a problem to fix that, so I got to do that. I'm just trying to get general shaping in here, and then I can play with it. Right, so this is going to be like that anyway. Let's go like that. to do to straighten this out a little bit. Yep, how's it going there, Stepanka and Pascal? How are you? Yeah, a little bit of hull work here. Probably not gonna be able to do this to 4s. We can probably go to 2s on it. We'll see. Might have to trim. I gotta probably trim some of the angle out at some point, but I'm kind of just getting general shaping here. See if I can get into 2s a little bit earlier. Might have to get into 2s right away. This is a very abrupt hull. Like I'm looking at the real one. I'm trying to get this shape right. All right, let's go here. Let's play with. I would like to get the 4s back in there if I can. We'll see what we can do. Should be able to make it work. Drag, you sucker. There we go. It's starting to come together. Drag, please. Drag. Thanks. That's working. All right. Give me the right one. Come on, give me this. Jesus Christ. Alright, that's coming along nicely. Get rid of some of these helper blocks. Just there to help drag, and then we can start trimming the hull back as we fill it out. Yeah, I'm liking the general shaping on that. That's coming along nicely. One more. Okay. One more. How's that? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's clean this up. base reveal? No. Negative. Let's see. Alright, good. So that's coming along nicely. Start integrating this back a little bit. Let's get rid of some deck space there. Let's see, how do I want to integrate this? I gotta do something to get this integrated out. Probably to there, I guess. Yeah, right there, probably. Luckily, it's a very square boat for a good reason. Needs to be stable, needs to be able to hold the catch. There we go. Good bit of space for the rear, very nice for the stern. So I'll probably actually will end a little bit earlier here. I gotta get start trimming down here for when we need to go back, but I will just work it for now. Let's see if I can find the rear. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's go. One more here, maybe. See what we can do here. This is could be a pain in the ass trying to integrate these shapes in the stern. We'll see what happens here. Probably there, maybe. I don't know. And then we'll start trimming out. We'll follow this down. Probably. I would say that's 4 blocks. 4 blocks. And that's what's that one off the deck? Okay. Kind of want this to be the decking, so let's see. Can we get that where it needs to be? Go up a level in the decking, see how that works for me. Okay, that's my length there. Try that for the main deck area. And what do I want? Maybe a 3 tall rail, 2 or 3, probably 3 tall rail there. Okay. There we go. Bring the stern up pretty fast here. Kind of a fast, no, it's long drawn out too, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead. See what I have to do here to get this integrated. fast. Alright, choice though. That is probably there, I'm thinking. The fishing boat can cut pretty harsh on a fishing boat. So let's see. There we go. Let's see, that's one too many. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit squeezed on the rudder, but it is very low prop and rudder, so we'll play with that, see what we can get to. Probably not, doesn't really want a 4, probably wants a 2, but go. I'll stop. Let's go put that in the water, see what she looks like. Hello, Mixu, how are you? What is it going to be? It's going to be a research vessel that will then be a pot fisher for hopefully when we get fishing pots. But it's for Alistair's challenge for a research boat. So it's going to be research, it's going to drop buoys, and then later on it's going to be converted to fishing pots. back. Nice. Alright, good. That's starting to get there. There we go. That's good scale. This is going to be annoying to put railings on, though. I'm going to have to do something with that. I'm going to just probably do hard railings because I can make hard railings work, so I'll do that. There's going to be no way I can get reasonable railings in there, so let's just do hard railings. Let's drag it out. I could do railings in the very on the bow here if I need to, but probably not. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there's hard railings on there, and then three, huh? Okay. Where's that end? Right there. Okay. All right, let us see. Paint picture up here. All right, let's see what do you have. I'm gonna measure. What's that at? That is at say 9. You at 1090. Should be 190. About 4.5 meters off the bow. And how long are you? And let's see what that is here. That's about 9, and then what's that? That's about 720. 435. 180 pixel. So like 4545, something like that. So split it. It's 9.25. Yeah, so we'll do 4 meters off. There and then. Alright, so that will start setting that up. That bridge goes in there. walk space around it, even probably prouder than that, and I have it. That's probably what I'll do for my bridge. Mostly floor-to-ceiling glass, except in the bow. Yeah, diagrams definitely help. You know, it's part of it. A big part of it too is like things won't look right if they're not scaled correctly. So look at diagrams; it really helps with that. You know, and then you have to convert it into the game. So essentially, like knowing how tall the character is and stuff like that helps to figure out where you want things. You know, your sight lines are important so that you can actually see outside and stuff like that. I usually start. That's one reason I like Damon is they have good diagrams, so I can quickly and easily go in there and use those. I'm not a huge XML fan for everything. Like some people use it for everything. I don't like doing that. I like to keep it reasonable, personally. I think it gets excessive. You try XML on every piece of glass and everything, it just gets out of hand. Plus, it you know, it doesn't look like the game anymore. Kind of my whole thought process is, you know, it's supposed to have the aesthetic of the game, and start doing too much XML, it stops looking like stormworks. Looks like something completely different, you know. Let's go stand in that, see how we think. Sight lines. Alright, so probably curved glass up on the front, I would say. Yeah, do that. Doesn't really show an eyebrow on this. I know it does have an eyebrow. Perfect. It's got a little eyebrow on it. I don't know if I'm going to add an eyebrow, though. I'm adding back-facing windows. I might not do an eyebrow. We'll see. A little bit of eyebrow on there. Just go up a flat glass and do it. I don't know. Might try forward angles. We'll see how forward angles work. Might not look right. We'll see. Take a blowtorch to it and we'll fix it later if I need to. So 3, 4, 4. I need a 2, 4, 4, something like that. It's not bad. That goes with the aesthetic, all right. Can't see. This dark. What's that running there? It's at 2, 4, 5. I need a 3, 4, 5. I have to go out an angle if I do that. Come on, grab you, bitch. Oh, you know how it does this. Jeez, sorry, camera. Camera bullshit. Alright, Jesus Christ, this camera. Kill me here. I'll probably punch this back a little bit. Let's go to there, maybe. I don't want the bridge to be too small either. Let's leave it there. Screw it. not gonna do a full eyebrow on this. Let's see. Might do single on the sides. Starting to come together. Count this. Please be an odd number. No. Let me see where I counted that from. Jesus Christ, camera. Come on. That is an odd number. That works. All right. Stop it, camera. Jesus. Can't do it anymore. That camera flicker. It's really obnoxious, the camera flick. Alright. level too high, I'd say. That's one level too high. Drag as many as you want, huh? Still level too high. All right. Just kind of look at the model where it is, and it's just got a higher back on the stern here of the bridge than it does on the bow. So just do it up one level, doing it too much essentially. Jeez, just drag it like 4 blocks is all I want. It's like dragging like 100 blocks. Niner, all right. Those blocks just don't want to drag the way you want them to drag. They really don't. I have to put a door in right here on either side. We'll do that later. Yeah, we should be able to get that right in there. Alright, good. And this needs to be almost floor-to-ceiling windows. Pain in the ass that's going to be done. Drop these down. They're not going to be full floor to ceilings, but so you can see the work going on behind you. This so that the bridge can see what the people are doing in the back to make sure they're safe. Can't tell if that's in the deck or not. Might just raise the floor here, I don't know. Maybe 2. What the fuck? I hate these. These are always a pain in the ass to move. There we go. Let's go up 1 on those. Be a 2 by 3 maybe. What in the hell am I? I can't find the block. 2 by 3 by 4 maybe. Nah, that could be it. Yep, 2 by 3 by 2 by 3. No, it is the next one up. Okay. My God, I hate these segments if I'm not angled the right way, especially with this pink bullshit. I can't see anything here. Stand by. There we go. Let's see. How's it going there, Citrus? How are ya? Yep, this is for Alistair's. Yep. Let's see what the measurement on this is now. 11. Not now. It is. Try to get this camera figured out so it stops flicking around and driving me nuts. Now we'll do this one. I'll probably have to go through a trimming stage where I cut out a bunch of mass, but that's fine. It's a pretty square boat, so it should be able to take quite a bit. It's not going super high. Right there. So it's in. Like the bridge. All right, good. Chat is awfully quiet today. Because I got on early. Let's see, what time is it? Good. We still got some time. What's that? It's a sixer. Okay. All right, nice. So that's coming along well. See if we can bang a bow thruster in there. It's going to be kind of a get on the workbench. I'm always trying to do something fast. It always wants to go slow. It's going to have to be a 4, which is kind of gross, but I could maybe fill in a 4. Can I get closer in that? You could strip it out earlier. Cut it here. Yeah. So good. Steam mechanism there. Let's go. How many third spot for it up here? Cut up a bit. Baby, where are you? Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna put on the deck and do it if I need to. Got it. Only took 3 frickin' tries. Okay. Bow thruster in. Where are you plumped is the question. Right there. Find the center block. There it is. Alright. It's off center 1. Stop. Random cutting does not make me happy. Shit. Alright, that can't go there. That can't go there. Right. Alright, that's fine. Go up again. Forward. Nope. Right
Thrust is in. Yep, if you look on any of the streams, you're on YouTube. Look on the stream on YouTube, it will say in the description what game it is. Stormworks Build and Rescue. Alright, do I pull the stern down a little bit? I might. See if we can get in there for a profit business. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring the stern in a little bit, I think. See what I can even get for a profit there. Gonna go medium anyway, probably. I kind of want a large. Yeah, it's gotta go large. Yes. I think it's too small for a giant. Yeah, it's too small for a giant. It's kind of between sizes. Where's the deck plate? Match up. It's way up there. Okay, I can start with this. Let's start with the stern for a little bit. Let's see. There, we're off one, so let's go. And that should help a little bit. Let's try to work this prop in. Get all the necessaries in there. So this one goes all the way to the bottom. The design of this prop. Look at some pics real quick. No, stop. Probably gonna have to just go large here.
proportion, it actually looks just about right. Alright, it actually has an electric drive. It's diesel electric, which is interesting. Let's see. See what we can get for a small wing segment on there. Can we get 2 in there? I don't know. Sticks out a little bit. Do that. It's gonna trim it too much. Actually, not too bad, I don't think. I don't know, let's look. Yeah, it doesn't have enough stern now that the rudder's gonna stick out. It's too curved of a stern. Square up the stern really square. Now push it back to the rudder. Check real quick. I want to check some. Why am I still on display cap? Is the question. checking dimensions. Yeah, 90 blocks. Let's see what's 90 right for. 22.5. Yeah, I think we're right on the money here. I should have been more careful measuring, but we're gonna be fine. Oh yeah, what's going on, CG? How are you? So 90 blocks is the max. Let's quickly just double check it here. I just increased its size a little bit, so I want to make sure I'm still good. So that will be right there. And to here. It's 91. That is, we might have screwed ourselves here. I can cut the middle out if I need to. I can't see where the fuck this ends. Let's do this. I gotta watch the length on this. That is 90 in the nose. So that's right in the money. Okay, we're good. I thought I had given myself an extra block and I went on. So that's good. That's 90. I can always trim out the middle by a block if I need to. So that's right on the nose for max length. .43 blocks width. I'm nowhere near that. Yeah, 29. Alright, good. That sucks. Sorry about that. Alright, let's see. That's prop and rudder in. Very flat stern, and I'm kind of... Let's do this. Let us do this. Oh, stop. Go. There we go. That squares off the stern better. Digging it, I'm digging it, I'm digging it, digging it. So this has a kind of a bulbous little attachment point here, and then it has the electric motor in there. So. Yeah, that's probably too much to it like that. Mismeasure that, huh? Leave it like that. Weigh medium electric motor. You weigh 100. Not that bad. Can't trim you people, can I? No. So it has an electric drive system, IRL. It's got one in here. Let's see make this up. It's gonna be interesting. We shall see. Oh, stop. Let's see. Fine, then you're not gonna drag. I'll just do it myself then. I'll probably end up gearing it, so I gotta leave a space for a gear. That's it right there. Alright, good. So there's the drive system in. I like. I can't put a wedge there, I don't believe. Hey. Alright, fine. Alright, so that will be the drive system. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Throw a little paint on here. Haha, stick it up your ass. There. Color swap.
to detach. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, put a hole in it somewhere. There's the hole. Where's the hole? Probably up here. Yeah, right here. Give me the block that I click on. My god, it takes forever when it doesn't do it right the first time. Build challenge is a research vessel, but I'm going to make a pot fishing boat that will put buoys over, research buoys, and then later I'll convert it if we get pot fishing. So that's kind of the goal. So, good scaling on this. All right. Let's measure. This is looking short to me in here. That's 9. We're gonna have to go 8 on this deck. That's do we? Probably. Trying to think how I want to get fuel in there.
Gotta get fuel in there. Ah, click on this color that I'm clicking on, game. Jesus. Makes it very frustrating trying to get things done. Very well could be something I'm doing, but it's just like, it's obnoxious. It slows me way down. There's a ladder on that side. Let's build this left side here, support side up. No, stop. It's funky like that.
Drag, sucker. Drag, you sucker.
3-4 times that to do it. There's exhaust. It's got a ladder there, so we'll go ladder here. A little bit further back, I think. Ladder there, maybe. Staircase, rather. It's a ladder, I meant staircase. Alright, crane goes here. Give me a long. There we go. Stop putting holes in the ship. Yes, come on, give me the railing. Give me the railing. Click 3 times. Two, three, four, five, six. Of course.
jump on board for a little bit. This is for Alistair's. Do you have here? Let me. Do you have a link to Alistair's Discord, CG, or not? I can send you one if you need to. How's it going there, Sergeant? I am working on Alistair's build challenge, which is a research boat, but I'm building a pot fishing boat, and then it's gonna be research fishing boat, and then I will convert it over to pot fisher if we get pots, which is the port side. Port side right here? Port. Okay, there we go. Let's see how far off we are here. That's pretty close there. There we go. Back to balanced. A little bit off. Okay, let's go back. Stern and rear here. Alright, symmetry, piss off. Where's the wall gonna be? Okay. That's not the right one, is it? Nope, that's the one. Nope. I swear they move. Not good. Yeah, it's starting to get me a little bit more where I can start to come over here now. Let me draw a frickin' line in here. Let's see. Piss off. There you go. Alright. Gotta be close, man. What is causing it to tip that far? I'm looking at the center. Come here. Sit down, buddy. Yeah, it's bumping me. Not that far off. A little bit port, and I need to drag it down some. Get the fuel in there, see how that helps us here. I'm gonna have to drop a level in here.
fuel in. That's important. And I can deal with stability later. Alright, 3,000 liters is not going to be anywhere near enough. How's it going there, Rasmus? Huh. How's the height? One tighter? Probably not. I really rather not. Really, with that far off to the port side, the starboard side we are, it looks like. Let's screw this battle cannon shit off right now. I gotta figure this out. Probably use some of the stern area for. Yeah, I want it centralized though. We can use midline fuel tanks here. Will do. That. More fuel. There we go. We're looking at now 13,125. So like the other fishing boat is bigger, but it also has to go further. It has to go at the fishing spots. We'll see what happens when we do the pot fishing. The benefit is, like, let's say we don't, like, there's still fish everywhere. We don't have to go out to a hot spot. The benefit with, if we do get pots, is that you can soak them as long as you want. So you want to soak them for 6 hours, soak them for 6 hours, and they'll probably be full, you know? And especially with a career game, I should be able to drop them and leave them and soak them, you know? Alright, so that's pretty good. That's about half what the other fishing boat has. And I'm not doing any glitches, of course, so it's just prosthetics there. I might put a different exhaust stack on there anyway. And that'll be a crane. Probably cut out some of the bow fuel. Or I actually, you know what I could do is probably add a bunch of weight in the stern here. Pretty good there. More starboard. It's getting close. Yeah, it's close. It's real close. Nice. Excellent. That looks right on the money. I do XML a little bit. I don't like doing too much XML. Like there were a bunch of rude ass people in Big Man's Discord that were bitching that it looks like shit because you don't use XML. It's like the game. This is the game. We all have the parts, and so I don't like to use too many parts that aren't in the game, frankly. And that's what a lot of XML does. Is you're making new parts for the game, which if you want to do it, great. But I think it's silly when people bitch that people aren't using XML. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, sir. I'm kind of these people who are being jerks. It's it's is it part of the game technically that you can do? Yeah, but is it parts that are in the game? No. And I think the negative part about this is one of the reasons why we don't get new window segments, one of the reasons why we don't get new blocks is because people go and make them on their own. And then the devs have literally said in the Q&As, we're not going to add those blocks because people already have them, they can do them with XML. And so it's like, if people couldn't have these blocks, they would put them in the game probably. And so it's like some of that stuff I think is counterproductive. But it's also an aesthetic choice. At the end of the day, I don't want this to look like a hyper-realistic thing. I want this to look like stormworks. And so that's why I don't do too much XML stuff, is I want this to look like stormworks. There's also, graphical issues with it. Generally, I'll use XML to hide stuff. This bucket. I'll use it to hide stuff. Like when I put fins in the hull, I'll use it to hide it. But that's generally why I don't use a lot of XML, is I want it to look like stormworks. And stormworks does not, have certain blocks. And, it's, I think a lot of people use it as a crutch to get the aesthetics they want. And they're playing a different game at some point than everybody else, with that. And it's, that's why I don't do too much of it. Is it's, you end up with people making these custom blocks, and then I don't like, for example, I don't like the shimmer that you get off of it, so personally I don't like using it. I use it for a little bit, like, I'll do some windows on, like, especially small cars, it's tough to do, with using a 45-degree angle on the windows, the car, can't get small cars and stuff like that, but, yeah, I don't like to do too much of it. Okay, I think at that point you end up, you're playing a different game than everybody else, and it's it's kind of like the stock car philosophy is like, you all start with the same car, and it's your engineering prowess that gets it working well, kind of like when I've done challenges where I provide the engine and the transmission. It's like you make the car, like the aesthetics. You do the aesthetics, I'll do the engine. It's like same thing here. Is like we have all the same parts. Or theoretically, we have all the same parts. And you have some people who they get so wrapped up in it that they don't like anything that's not XML'd anymore too. And I don't want to get to that stage where you're like, oh, it's like people, it looks like shit if it's not XML'd, and it's, well, this is what the game we have, and it's like if you would just play with the parts you had, you'd get good at, being able to make stuff with those parts. You always jump in XML, you do without it. And I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the XML aesthetic. I don't like overly XML builds. I think they're, sometimes goofy looking. They have shimmer all over them. I can't stand shimmer.
like you have the foggy windows and you've got you can see the XML block, and it's just like I don't see the static choice, you know, and that's the thing too, is like it's all personal preference as well. You know, you've got some people who like that sawtooth look on their boats and their planes, and I can't stand that. I don't like it at all. So I never do like sawtooth, where you just get some people to do the sawtoothy hull. It just doesn't interest me. I'd rather it be square and look like it's supposed to be in stormworks than like some sawtooth thing, or like them XMLing the hell out of it to make it look like it's parts that we don't have, you know? Like, we got 600 something parts, you know, you should, for the most part, be able to do it. It's like, you know, like I would say 90-10, like 10% of the build XML is kind of, you know, that's alright. I think, you know, some people are doing like 90% XML stuff, and it's like, dude, go, you know, it's not this game anymore, frankly. And again, I don't gatekeep. You want to do it? Be my guest, but that's just why I don't do it, is, you know, I don't believe in taking those parts away from anybody. That's, I think, always a bullshit argument, like when people are like, oh, shouldn't, you know, people should be blocked from doing this. Now, in challenges, personally in challenges, I like to put some of those restrictions on, because it's like, let's all have the same toolbox with all the same tools, and let's see how you use the tools, you know? So in challenges, I tend to, I might, you know, I restrict some of that stuff, because it's, I want us all to have the same tools in the toolbox, and we can see how we arrive at our destination. This is going to be iffy doing this, because I can't really do it up front all that well. Why is my phone going off? There we go. Okay, good. I'm just answering a message real quick. Alright. So, I'll probably go ahead and run another 15 minutes. Let's check some chat here. Yeah, round hard point for toilet paper. Yeah, like a lot of stuff, it's like, I don't mind it, but it's like, some people I think go way overboard with it, and it's just like, doesn't interest me. You know, like I'm very much like, I don't like the HUD for the for people put HUD for ceilings on cars. I think that looks silly. You know, it's personal preference. Some people like, that's some of those assholes who were bitching in Big Men's were like, essentially that was their main thing, was it was like, I'm using the blocks in the game, and that was their main bitch, was you know, and they're all using hard points for their roofs. I think that looks ridiculous. You know, but one of us is mature. I don't go bitch at them for the aesthetic choices they make, you know, and the other ones were, you know. It's like, it's a design choice, you know, and you make your decision on what you want it to look like. Alright, so overall shape's coming along pretty nicely. Let's do a quick... No real point in driving it, but... Drive just a little bit. Fast drive. It's backwards. Rudder's backwards. Working, but it's backwards. It's a little bit anemic. I might have to use a different wing segment here. I've never used this one before for it. It's doing it. It's just not turning very fast, so I might use the other one. That's full throttle there. Let's see what we're getting for speed. The real one goes like 8.9 knots. So yeah, we're doing 20 knots. We're doing about 20 knots here. So good enough speed for me. So this one is IRL and going to be in here diesel electric. So. So as you can see, it's not going to need too much stability work. Pretty stable. Again, that's kind of the big thing I always tell people is like, get it innately stable. Every one of your builds, helicopters, planes, cars, if they're innately stable, you don't need much nonsense to fix them. It's like when people are like, oh, I need, my airplane's all over the place, I need a gyro to fix it. It's like, you're asking the gyro to fix all the problems you put into it, and so if you can get it designed correctly the first time, then the gyro has very little work to do, and you'll find the build works well. I'm going to need a different rudder on this. Let's do the rudder real fast, and I got to go. And that's, that's the whole thing. Like people, you get some people that are crying that the stock gyro is shit and everything. It isn't. It's that their design is not good from a design perspective, and it is problematic, and then because of that, they're putting some inherent instabilities in their system, and then of course it's not working because it's not stable, mechanically stable, and so yeah, of course it's not going to work, and it never will, because you built something that's mechanically unstable. And so if you go back and you build something that's mechanically stable, helicopters, planes, cars, boats, everything, then it behaves stably, and so that's a big part of it, is understanding those things. You can't, some people are trying to just do the end run around it. You can't. You gotta go in there and you gotta build stability in your builds if you want them to behave stably, shit. I might have to cut a midsection out because technically this is going to be over. Not well, not even technically. It is. It's going to be one block too long, like this. So I got to cut a section out. I'll do that before I forget, and then get disqualified. Which again, if it violates the rules, it should be disqualified. That's I certainly feel for Alistair with this. I don't think he's had too much of it going on, but like build challenges are a pain in the ass sometimes because you'll get everybody and their brother will try to bend, break the rules, and it's frustrating after a while doing them because you just like everybody's trying to break the rules and like, man, just follow the rules. The rules are there so that everybody has a level playing field, and like every once in a while you get some people and they just want to like bend rules, and it's like it's so exhausting every time. Like I do a challenge, that's what it ends up as people trying to bend the rules, and it's like, can you just like try one challenge where you don't bend or break the rules? Just like follow the rules. There's always a period in the beginning of a build challenge where I'm just exhausted and just regret starting a build challenge because it's like some of the same characters come in and all they want to do is like bend the rules, bend the rules, bend the rules, and it's like, oh my god, why did I do this again to myself? Because it's that frustrating. It's like literally every time they do it, and it's just like, come on, man. But it's usually the same people, and usually it's just better to just ignore them at that point. Or boot them, frankly, I've booted people who just like, they're like build after build after build, they're just not interested in joining this challenge. They want to build their own thing. Okay, build your own thing. Leave it for the people who want to enjoy the challenge and do the thing they're supposed to do. Alright, stop. Give me the black color, thanks. There we go. I know Alistair put in a rule of no submarines. It's like, it's silly shit like that. You gotta put in these rules because you got people who just consistently will always try to bend the rules. And it's like, come on, man, just... If you don't want to participate, don't. But don't bend the rules because then it makes it so the person holding the challenge, it's work. It's not supposed to be work. It's supposed to be their hobby. So I certainly feel for a lot of these people running challenges who have to deal with that shit all the time. It is not fun. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's find a midsection that's not doing anything. Right here is good. All right, and so I need to keep the build at 90 blocks. Measure it, make sure we don't screw it up again. It absolutely should be disqualified if it is one block over. Them's the rules. Alistair did a good job of, making sure the rules were clear. There's 90 blocks in the nose. So it's rules are very clear. Doesn't mean you get to go one block over. You can go one block under if you want. Can't go over. And that's just the thing of it. Let's save this. I haven't saved it yet. Let's read some chat. How's it going there, Alistair? I'm building for your challenge, Alistair. Just building the boat for your challenge. We gotta go soon here in the next couple minutes. We'll probably do Arc later. We got plenty of time with this challenge. Let's quickly look. Alistair, off the top of your head, what's the date? It says it on there. I'll go check real quick. So, Alistair, can you clarify? It says, just something I missed in the rules. No electric motors for your power source. Diesel electric. Okay, diesel electrics are fine. All right, that's fine. That's clear enough. Yeah. Because this one is a diesel electric, so that will qualify. But yeah, I get the no electrics. That's something that's just takes no skill. Diesel electric takes a little skill. All right, 17 days, so June, so plenty of time. I can knock this out fast. I've got all the systems and the microcontrollers from the other fishing boat are going in here. There'll be a little room that will be used for likely other fish services. But like one of these can be the research room. And then I'm going to be using the crane to dump buoys over the side. They're going to do the research. They'll do probably fish count and water depth, temperature. And then if we get pots, I'll convert the boat over. It's going to be the same thing. It's just going to dump pots instead of dumping buoys over. It'll dump pots. You know, so it'll be the same boat. So be nice and useful. But yar. Yeah, that's like especially with the the way mine go. I review everybody's build, and so it's to a certain extent it's like get 16 builds in some of my build challenges. It's like a 16-hour video. It takes me 16 hours to make, and so it's and I don't want to go to a voting system, so sometimes disqualifications, like making it restrictive so like you don't get everybody just building too is good. Because like sometimes you'll get somebody who works like 5 hours and their build throws it on last second, like barely works, and it's like I understand, like it's one thing if it's just like they are a newer player, but it's kind of annoying when it's because they like didn't put any time in the build and there's I threw this together and submitted it. Or they'll put like, lol, I worked an hour on this. And it's like, I don't find that funny. It's just annoying. It's like, I've got to put 40 minutes into reviewing your build that you, lol, worked an hour on. It's like, that's obnoxious. So sometimes having some like good, strong rules keep some of the jokers out of there. Yeah. That little bit of fuel kind of screwed me, so I'll just ballast that out. But yeah, so this is coming along well. Kind of a little bit of a challenge because it's asymmetrical here, so there's some mass differential, but it's not a big deal to just, use hard ballast to get that weighted out. So that's not too bad. But this build should come along pretty well. I don't see any real issues with it. Should work pretty well. I'm going to be working on the other builds too. Probably do Arc this afternoon. It's been good having a little palette cleanser from Stormworks, and then like some of the stuff I need to do in Stormworks is a big old pain in the ass. It's I'm just like, I don't know what happened to the orange helicopter. Orange helicopter like stopped working well. It was working great, so likely I did something to it that screwed it up that I didn't notice, and then I have to go back and fix that, and then the VTOL is going to be annoying. If you guys checked it out, I put up a video yesterday as part of the feature request that is for cargo, airplane cargo. And so, like, here, let's save this real quick and I'll look at the map. Let's not save it. I don't like that fuel change I just made, so we'll leave it where it was. So, like, the one thing that Deltars was receptive, that it was my question in the Q&A, was can you put a container port right here? And the benefit with that is we don't have much airplane stuff. Airplanes are like, we pretty much have to make our own airplane content, which like somebody even posted a comment. They're like, oh, you can already do this with add-ons. It's like, if you watch the video, I say why we shouldn't have to do it with add-ons. There's a lot of problems with add-ons, like Storm Link, for example. Like Deltar, last Q&A did not want to add passenger transport because we already have it in the game with add-ons. The problem is, End of Line, who makes Stormlink, stopped supporting it over a year ago. And it's broken now. It doesn't work. And there are also some other negative things with Stormlink. For example, the passengers are always in the world unless you close the base. So you could have 500 people, NPCs, spawned into the world, which will lag the game all out. Where if you put them in with a inbuilt game system of like missions, like You know, for example, a mission game would be 5 passengers at FJ need to go to Tajin. They wouldn't, just like a regular mission, the mission does not spawn until you get close. Once you get close, the mission spawns. If you never go there, the mission will eventually despawn, and the people will never be in the world to clutter up the world. And if they do spawn in, guess what? There's only 5 NPCs there. It's not a big deal. And so you fly in, you grab the 5 NPCs like you normally would, you fly them up to Tajin, the mission completes. This is already in the game, and it makes it easy. The other problem with add-ons is, like, a lot of people, they keep complaining, oh, my game hangs up at 90%. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of that is bad workshop builds and add-ons. That's when it probably spawns in your vehicle components, like add-ons. And you probably have a bad add-on that's not working well with the game, and bingo, it won't load the game. And so you imagine, like, some people probably have 10 add-ons going right now, and then they'll try to complain that the base game is problematic. It's mostly that, you know, you have all these conflicting add-ons that cause problems, and then, you know, all you need is one bad line of code in one of the add-ons, and bingo, your game crashes all the time, and you blame the game when it's not. It's the add-on's fault. I would rather it be innately in the game, personally. But anyways, like, so some of the cargo stuff, like, the cargo port up at Tajin is great because you can come to FJ, you can throw a container on an actual airplane. Like, I'm making a VTOL cargo plane now. I would much, much rather not. The things that are causing me issues are the VTOL stuff, and it's not a big deal, but it's busy work, and I really would rather not. It's not realistic to have a VTOL. I'd rather take an airplane, grab a container, fly it up to Tajin, land at Tajin, take the container off, take a cart, drive it over here, deliver it, grab a new one, bring it back, load it on the plane, and go. That's much more realistic. You know, and it gives airplanes a reason to be used. It gives the Arctic to be a reason to be used. You know, everything defaults to VTOL, which is kind of gross. I would love to see some more airplane missions. So if you guys agree with that, go ahead and watch that video and support that one. I also have the link to the feature request in there. You need a link. Alistair, can you... let me grab a quick link. I gotta go, but here, let me see if I can grab a quick... Here's a Discord link, CG. Single screw, yep. How's it going there, Zachy? Just finishing up, working on the, it's going to be a research vessel for Alistair's challenge, but I'm then going to convert it to a pot fisher if we get pot fishing. Alright guys, I think I gotta wrap it up there. I gotta go. I'm gonna probably stream Ark later. I've really been enjoying Ark. Had some really good breakthroughs with Ark yesterday. Got a baryonyx and some other good dinos that are gonna help accelerate gameplay, so that's good. But yeah, kind of slowly get back into Stormworks here. Just some of those builds were kind of being annoying, and the assholes in Big Man's challenge really kind of pissed me off, and I just wasn't interested playing for a couple days. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Adios.